All right, hello. Test, 1, 2, test. All right, hello, and we're back to Epic Interactions, where a couple guys, a couple girls get together. I apologize about that. My internet went out. I had to reboot the system, but we're all set and ready to go. We left off where you...
I was asking the paladin's name, and we were talking as...
You never asked his name. You asked what he followed.
Oh, yeah, who he followed.
And he just kind of looks at you guys. I follow Bahamut.
Bahamut? Never heard of him before, but I'm not a religious man, so I don't know many of the deities and stuff.
It's okay. Nothing to be ashamed of.
What's he a god of? If you don't mind me intruding, of course.
Platinum Dragon.
Platinum Dragon? That's very interesting.
And he pulls out his thing, and it's like a dragon head, and it's to the left.
Anybody I should be looking out for to not anger the Platinum Dragon?
Nope. As long as you follow the law, everything should be good.
Lawful man. Oh, awesome. Yeah. My manners. My name is Rahun.
My name is Bryce.
Bryce, it's very nice to meet you. I do do the whole handshake if he goes for it. Forearm?
Yeah. Forearms.
Awesome. Man of honor, I see.
Indeed.
Very nice.
I try.
Well, Bryce, I do not want to hold you up anymore with your travels if you are heading to another town, but I would like to say I apologize again for my attitude this morning. There was no right for me to treat you that way. I apologize. And the offer still stands, Bryce. If you are looking for more of a place to stay, maybe do some of your practice, I can tell you that we have some churches on the estate.
Make a persuasion check.
Any advantage for being buddy-buddy with him, getting to know him a little bit?
No.
Okay. Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
17.
Really, what I'm looking for is a place to kind of settle down. I'm done adventuring.
We have a very large estate out in the Spectre Forest. It has plenty of room for an additional to come and stay with us, if you would like, Bryce. I will not try and pester you. I'll try not to annoy you with this. Just simply want to reiterate what I was trying to say earlier this morning. But we could always use a gentleman of your stature.
What's the pay, if you don't mind me asking?
Sorry, I'm not the finance guy. Baltimore, one of the other members of my party who runs the estate with me. He's more of the financial guy, and if you would like to ride with me back to the estate, I'm sure we can get you some food, a place to stay tonight, at least for free. No agreement to you having to work with us, but if you would like to at least come, take a look for yourself, and we can discuss what your job opportunities would be, what they would require. I'm sure we can come up with some type of pay that will be satisfactory.
Ballpark.
If I had to say 10, 15 gold a day, I'm not sure how much we can afford. So that's all I can say.
You specified that there was... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say I don't know how much we can afford, so that it's just me doing the base, so that could change.
Very well. Understandable. You said that there was other deities at this location. Do you mind, if I may ask, who they are?
I sort of remember their name. Like I said, I'm not a holy man myself, so I don't really know. I just know we have some churches. So
You have no idea who they belong to at your estate.
At it's actually Cassiopeia's estate. I'm just a party member. So it's not my estate, actually, to clarify. But I want to say it starts with an M and a B. Barlos and Meswell? I don't... I'm sorry.
You want to make a deception check?
Sure.
I'm terrible with names, honestly. Deception? That's an 18, good sir.
He rolled a natural 20 again, so.
Right.
No, you got a 22.
22? I know it's M and B of some sort. That's as much as I know.
I'm sure that's probably what you know. I appreciate it, but in other words, I will be going my own way.
All right, we'll be there. So if you change your mind and want to figure out who those churches are for yourself, like I said, I'll be traveling that way now. So
Thank you very much.
no problem.
He just saddling up, and he mounts up.
Cool.
He heads up.
Awesome.
You mount out. You go. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm heading. So I'll say good day, Bryce. Have a good travels.
So you start heading in your direction.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And then as we're traveling and everything, I'll just quickly shoot back. I'll be like, "Oh, it's Belarus and Marlash," and then I'll keep riding.
I appreciate you finally being honest with me.
The drink. Sorry, fucks with the mind. Have a good day, Bryce. And I keep riding off.
Sure. So you start heading back. What are you three doing? Just in this meantime, doing anything?
When she says the word, I get wrapped in chains, so.
Oh, okay. So you guys, but after the conversation, if he leaves, you guys start heading back, and then you just immediately go to bed.
Yeah, well, I'm under the assumption that this guy, it's a half-day travel to Atlas, half-day back or whatever, so I'm assuming that it's going to take roughly a day to even find Rahun, so I'm not expecting the guy back anytime soon, so yeah, I go to bed.
Okay. So you guys, I'm asking, you go into the house and you immediately say the word, or you guys talk?
No, we talked.
We've been in the house.
Yeah, we've been in the house. We talked. We went down to the war room. We discussed stuff. And then, because we talked about the place in the slums and all that other stuff.
Okay.
And then afterwards, she said the word.
Well, before you go to say the word, you hear.
Is that Tim again?
There's no way. And I walk upstairs and check.
So you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So you just see as he's kind of like up against the door, and he's like. It's done. Name's Rahun, right?
It's been
From
like
the Iron Wall Mountains. His actual name is Iron Lung. Yeah. Kind of on the run. Does this look familiar? And he pulls out a wanted poster. He's like, good cash money.
Yeah, you said you mentioned that you had a contract already. How did you find out about this position?
No, I've done contracts before.
No, when you arrived at the house, you said, and I said that I was Ophelia. You said that you had a contract with Cass.
I do.
Okay, never mind.
I
That's just
insight check
what-
him.
That's true.
Dude, my 15.
How did you find
I don't
out?
believe him, or
He seems genuine.
How did you find out about this position? We
I
did
told you,
not.
birdies. They talk, they chirp. I show up.
Did somebody from the pub or the bar tell you?
No. As I said, birdies chirp.
I would like to let you know that as soon as I would get a certain distance away from Bryce, I'd go full speak back to the city.
Do you know anything about me?
Possibly. Oh, you want to pay to find out?
sure, I'll give you a gold.
Make it 10. I'll tell you some info.
Sure, I'll give you 10 gold.
Sure. Your name's Baltimore. Let's see. You scratch yourself every time you kill an innocent. That sound right? Yeah. That was fun. Love seeing that. That was some good stuff. I think your sister's Treya. That's fine. It's good stuff. She's sleeping. I think she's like sick. I think she's like up the stairs, 2 doors to the left. Like he maps out your head, like he looks in it, he's like, yeah, she's in that door. Still sleeping, probably gonna come down in about 5-10 minutes or so. Just check, probably. Fits her personality.
How do you know all this information?
Birdies, they chirp. I told you I have a specific set of skills that if you need something done, I get it done. With payment, of course.
But I mean, what loyalty would you have to us? Or what if somebody were to say, hey, we want you to kill me, for example?
Depends on the pay. I mean, I'm sure we could work something out if you outbought them, probably, or, maybe a double. I mean, I don't do murders. Not enough.
You said that you wanted a place to stay, some ale, and food, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you want us to provide that for you, then you're going to cut all the bullshit right now. I want clear answers.
Cut bullshit. Got it. Pulls out some scissors. You see as he pulls a cigar out, and he's cutting some cigars, and he's like, bullshit done. So what?
My priority is to the people of this place.
Yep. Sounds about right. That's what the personality fits. Loyal to a fight. Probably doubt yourself a little bit.
There's no birdies that would have mentioned anything about me cutting myself.
How many birds sit in wind sails? Wind sails? Birdies fly.
So you can communicate with birds.
Absolutely.
Literally.
Yes.
Insight check.
Sure.
Come on. 25.
Ooh, we got 21. Yeah, he's lying.
So I know that you're lying right now. I already said I want to cut through the bullshit if you want any of those things.
I mean, I'm like a compulsive liar. I can't. It's like.
So how can we trust a compulsive liar?
I don't know. No. He was quick. I mean, how do you trust most people? You give them a job. I did a job and I did it. And I delivered your note. Well, maybe I didn't deliver the note, but it was delivered. What type of man would I be if I gave up my contacts, my sources? And you really know you can't trust me.
But I knew that if I were to know that you were to be loyal to this household to a fault, then I would treat you no differently than I would anybody else, and would also be willing to throw down my life for that.
But I mean, is anybody really loyal to the house? I mean, like, take Novarts. You're probably paying her, so she's loyal to the money. I mean, anybody else that you bring in here, they're probably loyal to the money.
If that's true, then you
Except
don't
maybe
have...
for... Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
If that's true, then you don't know half as much about us as you proposed to.
Maybe I don't. It's a good assumption. I think the only people that are probably loyal to the household are probably like that one little kid. What's his name? Leroy? Kyla? I mean, come on, they're kids.
One second.
Yeah, sure.
And I shut the door.
Can I? Is it
Start
possible?
floating. Like, where she, like,
No, he
I
just
hope
like
he just goes on
he
his
just like
heels
put,
and
like you just hear like
floats.
a light thud against the door as
Is
like
it
he.
possible to insight? I'm sorry, I cut you off. Is it possible to see, like, insight check how good his sleight of hand is and stuff like that?
Not without seeing it. Like you'd have to first catch him in the act and then be able to like you'd have to see it distinctively and then process it from there.
So I shut the door, and I just take a couple of steps into like the living area
Sure.
or the living room area. Do you follow me?
Yeah. I cast silence.
Sure. On yourself?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sneaky little.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Baltimore. Say what you're about to say.
So I know that.
Hey,
Go on.
you know what? Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. So I walk out of the cone.
Sure.
I was standing right next to him. I would have cast it around both of us.
Sure.
So we could talk.
I agree.
Say what you were going to say.
It's up to you. Your decision.
The silence affects the area, so when you both talk, you both won't hear anything. So you have to step out of the silence. It'd be better to do it on
Okay,
the
I was
door.
under the impression that silence is around the area that you're. Whatever.
Can you hear anything while inside?
Misunderstanding.
Does it affect the whole thing?
I think it's everything
I
inside.
thought that when you talk, like two people in it.
But he's right. You could. It's an area effect, so you could cast it like on the stoop.
On the door.
Yeah, on a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose, and she said both of you.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do it, but if you did it on the door,
It would encompass it.
it would encompass him.
I don't have it. I don't know what I did with it.
I mean, I'll allow it on the door if that's what you're trying to do.
Sorry, that's my fault. That was a misunderstanding about the spell. I was under the impression that it can, like.
That's
it was
fine.
a radius
So
around.
it's on the door. You guys talk. Go ahead.
I mean, there's a lot of people that are in this place, and if he's that well at his job that he knows our information,
Then we'd rather him be on his side, our side, than not.
yeah. And I can see various different practical uses for him. But
I can too, but he has no sense of loyalty except for a coin.
that is true.
You turn the corner.
Cool. I'm assuming I see him
This
at
is
the
your
front door.
house,
No.
so it's
You don't
your
see anybody.
decision.
Yeah, cool.
Like I said, we
Um,
can put him up. That's all that he requires. We can put him up in that place.
I think my obsidian steed will run out because it's for 24 hours.
Yeah, just about.
So
I don't really foresee a problem with it, except, you know, if he figures out about the tunnels and is able to sneak into the house if we don't
eat
want
an
him
apple
here.
if it wants it.
We need to have some sort of system, if we don't already, that
Thank
alerts
you.
us when somebody who's
want
unwanted
ball in
steps
my
foot
hand.
on the premises. An alarm of sorts.
So going to the front door with all the materials and stuff.
I think that's
You
put
get
in
there?
place, but
Yeah.
just for the tunnels.
So to
Oh wait. You hear like some small padding on the door.
do I hear this though from the outside?
Like you're knocking on the door and you're like, why is it not making any sound?
I try this time. I just open it.
Yeah.
I'm
Did you
allowed
leave the
in.
door open?
No,
I mean, we
we
didn't
closed
lock
it.
it. We just
You didn't lock
lock
it, so the door just opens as you see now Rahun just standing there with like backpacks full of stuff, satchel full of
So
stuff.
guys,
No, it's
real quick though, out of game. So there was an enchantment that was put in place that was an alarm of sorts. But was it if somebody walked into the compound, or was it if somebody went into the tunnels?
The main question is, do we have an alarm in our estate that alerts us if somebody who's not
The-
wanted steps foot on our
Is it on
place?
here?
No, it was one of the things that you and I talked about. I can't remember where I put the alarm at. Just shoot, for all I know, it was on the house itself.
Is it on this?
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
don't
on the.
think-
It was on the house.
It was on
Like
the
if
house
somebody
itself.
Yeah, it was
through
the
the
entrance of
tunnel
the
into the
house.
house.
Yeah, not the grounds.
Okay, so if anybody unwanted, no, it's okay. So it's on. That's right. Okay, so it's on the entrance. It's on both the entrances of the house. Ergo, the back door from Raccoon's area,
But not the tunnels.
and the front, and the escape hatch in the war room.
Yeah, you have them on the. Yeah,
Okay, so it's
because you have
So you
little
gotta-
stars of magically enchanted.
okay. So it's the front door, Raccoon's door, to the forge, and then the escape tunnel.
Which is fine.
Because there's only one escape tunnel,
Well,
correct?
except,
I have to look
except
at
that
it.
one that you built into your temple
DM.
that I had
Well,
to
I'm
hide
currently
in.
at the
There's
front
like
door.
5 or
I tried
6.
to kill.
There's 5
Yeah.
or 6 of them though,
Yeah. So
throughout the establishment.
Rahun's at the front door.
Okay, so I just want to
I'm kind of
Just to
freaking out a
clarify,
little
I
bit.
wave him
Rahun's
in,
entrance, front door, war room,
I'll let him
escape hatch.
Sure.
Those are the
You're gonna
three.
have to make notes on this so that way.
I know you and I talked. Anyway.
Yeah.
Move forward. Okay.
So yeah, I come walking through the door and I'm like, "Oh, hey guys."
So while all
And I
this,
walk forward. What going on? I can't. Oh,
while all this was happening, after
What was
we
that?
after I signed my contract, I casted Longstrider on myself, and me and Lacey and Tracy.
The VODs will be up by tomorrow.
Longstrider on myself, Lacey and Tracy, and I nightly activities. That's it.
So yes,
Long Strider adds 10,
What?
10,
you go with them.
10
You wanna-
speed of their.
You can take that however you choose to.
Sure.
So, what is up with the front door?
Sorry, I cast silence on it because there's a halfling out there.
No, there's not.
He can go invisible.
I cast detect magic. I don't see the silhouette anywhere. I start looking around the house.
Do you like go outside and like walk around the estate, or do you just like look around like what you're looking at now?
Well, first I'm gonna look inside the house to see if he snuck in or
I'll
whatever,
just go right out to
and
the
then
front,
I'll start walking around the house to see if I can find him.
Sure.
and I'll just step right out on the front step and say, we'd like to do business with you if you're still here.
I walk out with her and I lean over and I'm like, "Who are you talking to?" There's nobody here. Did you write this note, by the way?
You get around and then you finally look up and you see up in the owlry, you see a figure.
Like I see like
You
a
read this
shimmering silhouette.
No, there's a halfling that can go invisible. He's asking for a job.
So I yell up
We
there. I
gave it
say,
to
"What are you
him
doing?"
to see if he could find you.
Great bird!
Do I hear him yell out now, like an
Yeah.
echo thing? Well, whoever this halfling is,
He's like,
whoever
"Wait!"
you are, I owe you a drink.
He said, "1 second, I'm coming down." And you see as he just kind of jumps, and he's just kind of like going like this as he finally comes down to the ground.
Like
And then
SWAT team on like.
Yeah. I forget what you call it,
climbing,
but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And he kind of comes over. He's like, "All right, yeah, sorry, I just saw the bird fly, and I figured I'd go say hi to it."
Yeah, that's my owl.
Oh yeah, great bird.
Thanks.
All right, who wrote this note?
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
Your dwarf is atrocious.
Yeah, I know. Well, I figured you know.
We'll talk about it later.
We gave it to this halfling to see if he could find you without
Oh.
any information.
Hi, I owe you a drink.
Yeah.
You delivered this message, right?
Yes. Here's my flask.
I take a sniff of
I
it.
mean,
Say
Just like regular quality, just is it good or is it bad? Or is it just cheap?
I don't know what to do about it though.
It's cheap.
Cheap? I say pour that out. Just
But
pour it out.
It's one of those things. It's up to you.
Does it just keep going?
Yeah.
It doesn't stop ever? Alright, you can... okay. So, does it refill?
I mean, it doesn't refill. I don't think. Here, if you want to,
That's
whatever.
Is there anything, any liquid inside?
I
Still?
mean, you have like residue, like the.
But it's empty. It doesn't keep filling back up.
Yeah, looks empty.
Okay.
Repelling.
Yeah, thank you. But
Propelling.
Yeah, propelling. Yeah.
I pour just a little bit of Neodora's ale in there.
Scared? Yeah. This guy. Some dwarven stuff.
Yeah. Much stronger.
Sure.
But there's your drink.
Hey,
Almost like Iron Wall types. Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, he knows everything
What?
about you.
What? I don't know everything. Don't
Hey,
listen.
listen.
What's my real
I
name?
mean,
You s-
what?
He
Iron
knows
Wall.
your real name.
What's my real name?
It's
He's got a wanted poster in his pocket for you.
Can I see it?
yeah.
Okay.
Check it out.
You never get the right side right.
I agree. I mean, you look way handsomer in real life. Just saying.
Thanks. I
Not
never
that
met you
I'm not
prior,
gay.
but, hey,
I'm not gay, but
To each their own. So alright.
Yeah.
I'm married anyway, so it's alright. So why is he here?
I'm
Why
getting
are you here?
hired, right?
Hey, listen. You certainly are resourceful.
Oh, thank you.
We have a space in a different part of town that you are free to stay in with some boundaries. You don't
Sure.
step foot on this property unless you make us aware first. Like that little stunt you just pulled up in the Owlery. Like,
I was just saying hi.
well, that's fine. But you can't go anywhere you want to go just because you want to go there.
Sure.
Why can't he stay here?
Yeah, why can't I stay here? You have a great place here.
You show no sense of loyalty except for coin, and to be frank, I don't trust you.
Aren't most employees just loyal to the coin? I'm sorry, I don't know.
You, sir, are a great man.
I don't know the context of what's going on, but I mean, to a certain degree, employees.
I agree with your
Employees.
dwarf here. Fred.
Sorry.
Raho.
What's your name?
It's better not to know my name.
Yeah, it's better not to know mine either, but you clearly know it. So if you're gonna know my name, let me at least know your name. I won't tell them. You can whisper it to me.
My name is the man. If you need something done, I can do it.
I'm gonna call you Taz.
Sure, that's the name you want to give me.
No, I don't. I wanted to call you by your real name, but
No, I don't have a real
the only
name.
other person I've ever met who is as swift as you. Have we met Taz in this campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only person I know who's as swift as you is Taz. So that's who I'm gonna call you as.
Sure.
You know him, don't you?
I don't know who you're talking about.
You're a liar.
Sure.
Compulsive.
I like him.
He likes me.
Yeah, but I'm an asshole.
Great.
Yeah.
As usual, fits the personality.
But that's probably why I like you, because you're an asshole.
Maybe. Who knows?
I know by just
Sure.
talking to you.
That sounds good.
But
No, I
That'd be
still like
nice.
him nonetheless. I don't see why he can't be on the estate.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you afraid he's going to steal from us?
I would not.
I mean, you would, but
I'd be staying here. Why would I do that? What am I gonna steal it and then put it in my room?
right?
yes.
I'm homeless. I have nowhere to go.
I mean, I agree. He does seem very resourceful. Do you know Atlas a lot? Well, you know your stuff, though,
It's
right?
decent. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If part of our use of your services means that we need you to find information from us, from other people in town, you are clearly resourceful and can find things out that we might not be able to. Do
Okay.
you agree?
I
Is
agree.
your skill. Well, we have a home in another part of town that you are free to reside in.
Sure.
Do you know where that part of town is?
Possibly.
You already know where it is, don't you?
You sending me to the house in the slums?
Yeah.
The place
I don't
sucks.
know why, like, we're trying to...
What'd you say?
What? The place sucks. It's in the slums.
So you already know where the house is.
Yeah. You asked. I said, yeah. It's in the slums.
Have you been to the house?
I've seen it.
So how long have you been following us?
I haven't followed you. No. Birdie's chirp.
Insight check.
Sure.
19.
You don't get the feeling that he was following you, but you know that he's been
Keeping tabs.
keeping tabs.
I'm not making
Okay,
decisions on this.
So how's you working to keep track of us?
No way.
My dad? Her dad?
No. Your dad's got bigger issues.
Yeah.
Her dad, I have no idea.
Her dad? And I point out to where Treya would be saying.
Her father?
You know, don't you?
I mean, no.
Terrible liar. Finn and Glory, as I point to Baltimore.
No.
They won't hire you, will they? Alright, so he works for Finn and Glory, yeah?
No. I don't work for them.
Because they won't hire you.
They've hired me a couple times. Like I've said, I am somebody you call when something needs to get done,
I mean, I don't care.
and it doesn't go back to them.
I'm just trying to help you in this case with them. So the more you get.
No, I agree. I appreciate
I'm trying
it.
to help.
No, I appreciate it.
Us small folk need to stick together.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I have no issue with you saying here, but I mean, then again, like, I'll just kill you if you just.
You won't spar?
Are you
Let's do
able
it.
to procure a white dragon?
I'm down.
What?
Can you procure a white dragon?
Like a live one?
No, the bones.
Could be dead, but all in one piece.
You want me to drag a
I'm
live
simply
white
asking
dragon?
you
No, not
if
live.
You're capable of procuring a white dragon.
Never done it before. Can't say that I have.
Would you be up for the task?
Sounds like the ultimate test for you.
Now, wait a minute. I've already been tested. Your guy sucks
No, we would
at
pay
giving
you
tests.
for it. We would pay you.
You'd
for
give
it.
me... Okay, now we're talking.
Think of it as your first hired job.
Sure. Taking down a full-grown adult dragon by myself.
It doesn't have to be an adult, does it?
Again, you can always just find us the material.
So you just need material?
Well,
Yeah, we only need.
all the material
Yeah, we just
I mean-
need. We need all the viable parts of.
of a white dragon.
I mean, guys, like. He seems like
You
he's.
still have the
You did
list?
say parts, right?
Yeah, I still have all the lists and everything. Like I have the we have the full contract.
An intact dragon.
So I
It doesn't.
Can I
does
see
it
the
have
list?
To be intact?
Yeah, I hand him the contract
Did it say that it had to
that
be in
you currently are holding of the blacksmiths and whatnot.
So,
that we all signed.
I hand him the contract that he hands me, and I say, how much would you say that it would cost you to procure all of these items on this list?
If they're available... $35-40 grand.
Are you able to go and kill one?
By myself, probably not.
Well, it sounds like you know people. Did you hand deliver that message to Rahun yourself?
I can tell you that right now. Some bards gave it to me. Which, if you were at that place, awesome, right?
No idea what you're talking about.
Then let's be
Yeah.
honest. The person of your resourcefulness will use as many people as you can find to get a job done.
You got magic, don't you? I look around on his waist and his body to see any weapons that I can find.
No, you don't see any weapons.
It's magic, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, guys, it's probably unlikely we're going to get anything, like, past him. We might as well confront him in the way that he confronts everyone else. Let's just have a drink.
I like drinking.
Okay.
So, am I invited in?
I can't invite you into this
I'll
estate.
step out of the way and go like this.
Awesome.
Well, you know where
You
everything
just
is.
start
Go to the
walking in.
kitchen.
What?
go to the kitchen.
Yeah, he
You
goes
know
to
where
the kitchen.
everything is?
Yeah, he goes straight to the kitchen.
I walk around. Do I see Emerald at all walking around?
You hear thuds
I would assume that
coming
like
from a room.
5-10 minutes that would have gone by when he.
I walk upstairs to Emerald's room.
Sure. You open the door. I mean, you hear the thuds specifically coming from his room and giggles.
I open the door.
Emerald, why don't you define what you have been doing?
Yes, indeed.
So,
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, they're actually just going around just.
At the current moment, Lacey is massaging me, and Tracy is braiding my hair. That's it.
Your beard.
Yes. Using. I'm not. I didn't say that I was naked. I didn't. But I am derobed down to my
Shoulders.
undergarments. I'm covered. They are covered.
The hat's still on though.
No, that's not.
No? Okay.
But they are braiding my beard and my hair, and we're exchanging narratives.
Emerald,
Yes. How are you doing?
we need you downstairs.
Is it pressing?
Yes.
Emerald, I have your supplies.
Oh. Well, ladies, if you will excuse me.
Yes, of course. Come back. I need to finish that braid, okay?
Absolutely. I will be back. I bid you adieu. And I begin to
Bye,
put on my evening robe. I have a separate
Bye.
evening robe.
Bye.
I turn and I just walk out.
Alright, so you
So
guys.
as I'm walking downstairs, I'm like,
You both walk down?
"Just lovely ladies.
When Emerald starts walking down the stairs,
Guy's
I
gonna kill you.
chuck him all the lab supplies at him.
Sure.
And I'm like,
It's all in one bag.
For the sake of actually doing it, yeah,
yes.
you catch it.
Okay.
It's
I'm
all in a bag.
a
It's
bit looser now, so I can.
It's a decent bag.
I would say my dexterity has gone up by at least a point.
There. And there's your money.
Thank you
There's
so
all your
much.
supplies. Yep. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wasn't
So
me, but there you go.
I'm gathering that I got like all the common stuff that was on that list. I think.
Sure.
Thank you so much. How are your travels?
Good. I
Who,
tried-
what's up with the? No offense. The short thing. What's this going on over there?
Well, he knows us.
I point it at him. Yes, you. Who are you? Who is he?
I am the man. If you need something done,
His name's Trash. I mean, Taz.
I can get it done. Trash, crash, whatever you want to call me. I don't give a shit.
Crash. No, that's a good one.
Crash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I call you Half?
Sure.
Half. That's a good one too.
Yep.
You call
Like
me
that.
whatever.
Well, I won't wait. Whatever. But what are you doing here? Why are you here?
I'm getting hired.
They're having a drink with me for sure.
You're hiring a halfling. We already have orphans.
Dang.
That reminds me. I'll be back. And I go look for Leroy and them.
They're
sister.
sleeping.
Where are they sleeping?
In the quarters.
In the quarters?
In the in the help quarters.
Okay, I just want to like quietly go up to Leroy. On the side of the bed, I'll crouch down and I kind of
Does.
hope he'll wake a little bit.
No,
Leroy, Leroy.
Yeah.
Hey, you
No, he'll
you
burn down
okay?
the house.
Everything okay here?
Sure, yeah, sir.
Your sister's
You know
alright?
it's-
Yeah, she's fine. She's right there.
Cool. Hey, Leroy, if you don't want to sleep in here, you and your sister can always sleep in my room. I don't use it a lot. I sleep in the forge.
Sure.
If you want some privacy next time, or a bigger bed.
I think I'm gonna sleep here for tonight. But
Yeah. Thanks, Leroy. Sleep tight, bud. I kind of tuck him in a little bit. Tuck his sister in a little bit.
So in-game context, for the sake
Come
of
back to
like
the kitchen.
when Baltimore comes up to my room and he comes in, he's been in my room before. So I'm just gonna say that, and I can't tell you what to assume, but to the audience, it would assume that the thudding would just be my furniture being moved.
Sure.
Because my furniture is now in a different place.
Sure.
And that's the perspective I would
Okay.
like to put out.
Got it. So you guys are all in the kitchen.
I start pouring the gentleman a drink.
So, Half, are you of the, what's the term? Acquiring type?
Sure.
You seem to know, as I've been told, a bit about us. What's my name, my background, my history?
Why does everybody want to know this? Am I give me gold, I'll give you information.
No, you
Every
told
cent.
them. You had to go through me.
He
as well.
paid for gold.
I had to pay for it.
You paid to find out about yourself.
I wanted to know what he knew, and he knew some things that very little people knew.
I make sure his ale cup.
Yeah,
is
and
getting
he just
filled.
like sips it every now and then. He's just going.
One question for you. Who am I married to? Really?
And because this is the second time I'm being asked, I'm gonna double it, so it's 20.
Emma.
I'm not giving this man anything.
Oh,
So
Just-
again, why are you here? Why is he here?
I'm getting hired.
So what did you need me for?
Just want you in this conversation.
Okay, good. Well, he doesn't. We don't seem to be conversing.
So,
Can I have a drink?
Well, we're not really sure we trust him.
I don't trust the man either.
I'm gonna continue.
He's a
to
thief,
keep
a
feeding
rogue.
him the ale.
An insolent.
I'm gonna try and
I just start calling him names.
like persuade him to keep drinking. I want to try to get him intoxicated.
A compulsive liar.
But also clearly resourceful.
Yes,
and-
indeed. He's of the thieving type. He has to be resourceful.
In
But
Yeah,
he
and I
might
just-
also be
and I'm
able
a
to provide
castaway.
us information that we might not be able to procure by ourselves.
But not at free of charge, as evident by his.
Well, of course not, but he's paid by the job.
Big
not
perception.
paid- Yeah.
in Elvish, I say it's one of those situations where it might be better to have him on our side than against us.
He's starting to get drunk, isn't he?
He's shaking his head to the fact that he just understood your Elven comment. And I say that in Elvish.
Which languages do you speak, by the way?
I say something insulting.
I call
in
Lacey and Tracy
Dwarvish.
down.
I say something
I just
insulting
yell out.
in
Okay.
Dwarvish.
So you hear after some time they just coming down, like, trickling, and they turn the corner and they're just like, yeah.
I have a task for you, if you don't mind. And not one of those tasks.
They're like in nightgowns.
Yes,
like,
yes. Can you rattle off some of those languages to this gentleman here? We want to see if he's if he's well versed.
He's well versed.
Yes.
May we take him to the room?
Not that.
Oh.
Ladies.
Oh, you mean like speak to him in different
Yes.
languages? Oh, sure.
Vernacular.
So they just rattling off languages, and he just.
Of course. It's like a circus monkey. The moment you want him to perform, nothing.
I pour
Unless
him
you
some
give him a
ale.
banana.
I give him a toast in Dwarvish, but I leave off the rest for him to finish it in.
So I go and I
To see
whisper.
if he'll, because I'll start to pour the drink, but then I'll stop pouring to finish this thing and see if he, because he should, if he is Dwarvish or knows it, he should know like to finish the saying, and then I'll pour the rest of the drink for him. It's kind of that indication.
Permanent
My way of
scoring
paying him right now is
achievement.
giving him more ale. So does he say anything back in Dwarvish?
He just looks at you. He just kind of nods.
So I look back at the ladies and I'm like, well, I
He
tried,
understands.
but I don't think your services will be needed at the moment, ladies.
We'll be upstairs waiting for you.
Aye, aye.
As he's like perks up, he's like,
Are you gonna say
I
that?
just wink at him.
Are you willing to stay at the house in the slums or not?
I guess, yeah, sure.
I still don't see why he needs to.
So what are you getting out
Well,
of
he'd be
this?
closer to any information.
Shelter, food.
But you're certainly resourceful.
with
You've made it thus
you,
far.
then
Yeah.
he has a better way
I
to
mean,
contact
like nobody
us
really
if something happens.
wants. I can't really purchase a house. I can't really
He's
like
trying to
purchase
get
land.
information for us. If he can get me a note while I'm in Atlas and he's here, I think he can still get the information that he needs while he's here.
So I look it over at Baltimore.
You're right. I just feel weird about him saying.
I said,
No, yeah,
does
he's
he
definitely
know?
not a trustworthy fuck, but none of us are.
Yeah, but at least we're loyal
Another
to
knock
each
at the
other
door?
to some degree.
Do I think I know who this is?
I walk over to the door while they're conversing. Even though he asked me that question, I
I
poke
walk
my head
over-
out to
I
just
walk
look
over
at
the
the
door
front
and
door.
I
open it.
walk over
To see
with
who
him
comes
to the
in.
door and I just kind of whisper and I'm like, does he know about the... And I like spell it out. I'm like, D-U-N-N-E-L-S.
So
D-U-N-N-E-L-S?
Not D. T.
Oh,
so you get over to the door.
yeah.
All right. So you open it.
Yeah.
My head.
So you see is there's a darker shaded gentleman, just completely shaved, shield and mace, cracked, just not platinum armor, plate mail on, and he has like a cape on, and he's just like, is this the Casapio residence?
Good evening. Who is speaking?
Yes, it is.
I spoke to a gentleman earlier about possibly taking a job here. That gentleman,
Hey, Bryce.
right back there. Yes.
I look over at Rob.
I'm glad you came. Thanks, man.
You know this gentleman.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Bryce.
I'm back into the kitchen. Sorry.
I have certain skill sets. We left together. I was gonna go, but I decided to come back, and I just really don't want to be adventuring anymore. I'd rather stay.
What would you be doing here?
I believe the position was a guards of some sort.
Please come in.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
Close the door behind him.
I lean over to the.
And he like begins to like take off his plate mail and whatnot,
Yes.
and like take away all his weapons and put it down at the door. It takes some time.
Yes. And we talk.
As he's taking off, can I do the same insight check that I did on Navera about battle worn and stuff like that?
Sure.
Hey, Crash. I don't know how you are with holy men, or if you have any quarrels with anybody. A paladin just arrived, so if you don't want to be
My
seen.
insights.
Like
Work
sure,
when you
man.
don't
I
need
mean,
No, I, for your sake, if you're trying
25.
not to be seen by a bunch of people, I'm letting you know there's something to do.
Shane, I can like.
I'm saying if you
9.
show me that by
That one.
me giving you this kindness, yeah. But if you don't, you know what will happen.
I'd rather not be seen.
Yeah, I figured you didn't. Okay, but once he's gone, we will continue.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he looks at,
You see, as he just kind of puts up his.
Pud and like disappears.
Yeah.
I look at the paladin and I'm like, so, how do you feel about working with females?
I have no quarrel with females. I mean,
Especially if they are above you.
No, I don't have. Are you talking about in rank?
Correct.
No. I mean, as long as they can prove themselves in battle, I have no problem standing against one.
How would you be so willing to guard said estate?
As long as pay is good and I have a place to sleep, absolutely.
Bryce, if you'd like, we have some food and drink in the kitchen if you want to continue this conversation there.
I'd very much like it.
Yeah, for sure. We already have some food and stuff prepared.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
25 on the insight.
He's weathered. For
Just
sure.
as?
As
more?
Navarth?
Yeah.
Probably a little more.
Okay.
But you see a lot more.
Wisdom.
You see a lot more discoloration in the skins. Like where Navarth was more like physical. You see, there's a lot of like. For lack of better explaining, Navarth was more of like a physical combat. He's more of like spiritual combat, like magical combat,
So
like
something
necrotic
that-
energies.
Something that I would probably recognize more.
Yeah.
Just from being a cleric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that kind of weathered.
Yeah.
Like, so one was more physical weathered. He's more like, you can tell he's been mentally challenged a lot. Like
Okay.
challenged overall, like physically, mentally,
Got it.
willpower, so to speak. So he takes a seat right in the spot where
I scurry up to my room and I tell the ladies, would you be willing to help with the
He takes a sit right where the halfling was.
The beer maiden rolls at the moment. We're having a convening, and we would love a good flowing of drinks.
Sure, absolutely. So they come down, and they're like their nightgowns, and when they come down, you like Bryce looks over. I'm so sorry, I didn't.
Probably not a man of ladies. Probably
So I
not.
go over to the ladies. Would you be willing to change into the beer maiden outfits that we've
Sure.
presented you with?
They go up and they're getting changed. So you see as he's like, are
It's
they?
alright, Bryce. They're gone.
Okay.
Push the plate forward. I pour in the drink.
Thank you.
Of course.
So, walking in and seeing the halfling is nowhere to be found. I once again cast Detect Magic.
You don't see him.
I
give you a look because I know you're kind of looking for him. I'm like, it's okay. I know where he is.
So I don't see this look at all.
where is he?
No, he's just in the back. Don't worry. He's just.
So
standing
I
outside
walk
of
into the back to see if he's actually there
You don't see anything.
So not seeing this,
with
I
my Detect
immediately-
Magic. So I walk back and say, "No, he's not."
Just, it's fine.
I
Just
blurt
continue
out,
with this.
"Hey, where'd Half go?"
Like I check the living room, the library. God damn it! I don't fucking trust this guy. I say that in Elvish. I don't fucking trust this guy. Oh, what race is Bryce?
He's half up.
Oh, so he fucking understands,
So he's just kind of like,
Not you.
I don't think so.
Nothing against you.
did I come at the wrong time? I can come back in the morning.
No, you're fine, Bryce. You're fine.
I mean, please. I mean not to intrude.
You're not intruding, Bryce. It's fine. This is our own quarrels that we're trying to take care of.
Family dilemma.
Very well.
You know what? It's late right now. What time of day is it?
It's like almost close to midnight.
Midnight? Okay. It's late. You must be tired. How about you sleep? I can show you to where the guard barracks are. If you want to sleep there, we can discuss a little bit more in the morning about things.
Very well.
If that's okay with you.
That's okay with me. Is an interview or anything needed at this point?
We'll deal with that in the morning. The other guard. I guess this would be the first time I say it in front of everybody, but I say the estate guard commander. She's currently sleeping at the moment.
Very well.
So
I have one question.
Well,
for you.
since I'm not hired yet, or if I am, I'd love to purchase the night for you. I know I'm going to be taking up one of your beds. I'd like to give you at least 10-15 gold.
How commendable.
We don't need it, Bryce. It's fine.
No, please, I insist.
You can leave it on the kitchen counter. Thank you.
He leaves 15.
My one question for you, which is part of the interview process,
yeah.
what is your personal philosophy on life?
I'd like to think that the world will be a better place because I lived.
Commendable. I told you this. Out of everybody I found, guys, like Bryce is probably one of the top-notch people.
Oh, I had no doubts. He offered to buy a room here.
Yeah, he's very modest. He's very nice.
He shaded his gaze
So-
at the ladies.
I move the 15 gold that he placed on the counter towards Cass, and I say, "Well, I'll show you where it is."
So he gets up and he goes over and he like picks up his stuff.
I help him. I grab some of the stuff and help him.
Bryce, by the way, this is Cassiopeia. She's the lady of the household.
Oh yes, I don't think we properly.
I'm so sorry. I did not realize that she was here.
It's fine. It's fine, Bryce.
This is Baltimore. My name is Emerald, and the ladies, who I assume would have come down in their outfits, Lacey and Tracy.
Gotcha. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. If you don't mind, I'll retire. I didn't realize that I was in the presence of the head of the household.
It's not a problem. I'll show you where you guys can
No,
guys.
I'm taking him over there.
Okay, that's fine.
Good evening.
Okay. Have a good night.
So, as we walk out, I cast Detect Magic and I start scanning around the property.
Okay. You look around the property, nothing. You notice that Bryce's armor lights up.
So I kind of like just toss it over my shoulder because it's blinding me as I'm still like looking around. Like,
Okay.
So I take him over to the establishment and I just say, I'm sorry, that you witnessed our own little family dilemma. Briefly, we're just trying to get things better in order because we have to leave very soon, and we just want to make sure that this place is guarded effectively. Do I see the specters, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
So I look at the specters and I'm like, hey, this person's with us. Don't.
Eat 'em.
You notice that they don't really recognize you. That they look in your direction, but they just keep going. They don't acknowledge your.
Ooh, I just thought of an idea. Okay, to say, I'm sorry. So we go to the room, we drop the stuff off in his room, and I say, I'm sorry, we need to go back to the house real quick. It's for your safety.
Okay.
So we go back to the house, walk in. Cass, can you tell the specters not to attack Bryce?
Yes, I'll tell them now.
So after some time, you do see as one of them kind of comes around the corner.
Just wanted to let you know we hired another person. Bryce, I'll point to them if they're outside the house.
Oh, we walked in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi, we hired another person, Bryce, who will be here on the grounds.
Hi.
He's not to be harmed.
Hi.
Cool. So that's good then? Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. So then I'll take Bryce back out and I'll say, all right, we'll convene in the morning. What is your preferability on wages?
Well, I was part of the palace guard at one point. I got paid pretty handsomely there. I'd like to be paid pretty decent.
What in your mind is decent?
Above 15 gold.
Okay, we can discuss that in the morning.
Very well. I am okay to negotiate, and I guarantee you my skill set is well worth it.
Paladin, right?
Yes.
Your deity?
Bahamut.
Bahamut?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go on and retire for the night, and we'll convene in the morning.
Yeah, it's Bahamut. You told me. It was
Yeah.
Bahamut.
We'll convene in the morning again, and I go to give him a handshake.
Sure. And he does it for him.
Yeah. Okay. So when he does it, I go to
Overcompensate.
Make
Kind
a
of.
history check.
a history check. No intelligence. Got it. Keep forgetting that. 5.
5. You know you're supposed to remember something about Bahamut, but you can't quite remember it.
Perfect. Okay, so I leave him and go back.
As he's gone, you realize that you guys kind of look out the door, and then as you guys look back in the kitchen, you see
The half.
guy. He's just there.
I'm not surprised.
I walk back in.
Huh?
Do I see him there?
Yeah, he's sitting at the kitchen.
Stay right here. Don't leave this room. Okay. Cass, can you come with me real quick?
Sure.
I stay in the kitchen with him.
I go downstairs into the war room. Okay. We could tell the specters that if they see him here on the estate without our knowledge, to kill him. You could do that.
Well, I could. But
Stuffing. 400.
you're right. I could do that.
Right now, they're recognizing that he's with us. But if you made it clear that he is not with us, and that if they are to ever see him on the estate grounds again, that he is to be seen as a hostile.
I don't feel like taking such drastic measures quite yet. Maybe we should do a trial run of sorts, see how things go.
Well, as far as he's concerned, the trial's already been done. Everything after that's going to be costly. It's just something I just thought of by walking Bryce out there.
Yeah, that's true. I will think on it.
Yeah.
I am tired of this business
Yeah.
for the day, and I'm going to head to bed.
But what are we going to do with the guy upstairs? He still needs an answer from you.
So, Crash. So, I'll wait until they finish, but I want to talk to Crash.
This is going to be your decision. This isn't a decision that I'm going to make for you or anybody else.
Well, let's ask him to stay at the place at the.
Okay, if that's what you wish.
For right now.
Go. What are you doing?
Just talking to him. So, halfling, rogue, whatever you are. You're not very liked, are you?
Some.
Oh, shut up. I'm not very liked either. We not agree that a
I mean, I would assume. I mean, check out this wanted poster. But
Yeah, clearly, right? Look, man, I want to be straight with you. I think you can have valuable resources, but I'm not the main person who's going to pay you. I can just back you up, and that's the most that I can do.
back me up.
I want to. I do. But, I mean, they are right in the sense that, like, how can we kind of trust you? But at the same time, I feel like it can. There's something about you. I think you're just
If
trying
I
to
wanted
do the
the money,
best I could get you.
I would have killed you already.
That's great and well. I'm sure you would have tried and stuff and whatnot. But as soon as you attack on this place, you know that. Huh? I would have died?
Yeah.
That's fine, I'm sure. But as I look at one of the specters who was walking through the halls, I'm sure many people would die. So that's great and all. I'm sure you could have done it, which is why you would have already. But look, man, you want to keep getting paid by us, you want to do some jobs, you got to be kind of real with at least one of us.
I'm not real with anybody.
I understand that.
I don't think he ever has for real.
No, he probably hasn't been. Just letting you know, like, it's fine, you keep doing this kind of stuff, but you're never going to really find a job. You know that, right?
I don't think he's looking for one single long-term
We
job.
don't know what everybody's really looking for, what their true intentions are.
Yeah.
Especially a con man like him.
Well, he
But-
seems to be a pretty open book.
I am an open book.
About the things he wants to be open about, correct.
Open in the sense that it's the most encrypted book I've ever read.
Must be a damn good book.
Not really.
Regardless,
Not if you can't read it.
That's the point.
I want your skills. I want to use you. I think you would be a great asset to us, and I think nobody would ever see you. And if that's how you want it to be, fine. But I'm really going to be your only source of backup here.
Go.
Ladies, what do you think of Half?
We like him.
Like anything with a dick.
Touche.
I'm just telling you, man. Like, we can pay it. We can have you have steady work all you want, but it's up to you if you're gonna keep always constantly doing this charade. Now, again, if you want to, that's fine.
You're coming.
If you want to stay in the shadows, that's all good and all. But I mean, at least
So we come up into the
try to have the same kind of backing that I had back you with. That's all I ask. Whether you don't want to talk to anybody, you don't want to reveal any of your secrets, and you just want to deal with one person, cool, let that be me, if anything. I only want it sweet and short, but they are right. It's going to be hard to pay you if we can't trust you fully.
If I told you what I can do and what I can't do in my network, I'd betray
right.
them,
I'm not
and then
saying
I
you have to do
can't
it like
be trusted
that.
by them,
No,
can't
no,
be
no.
trusted by you,
No,
can't be
I'm not
trusted by
saying
them.
that.
I'm not trusted by anybody.
I'm not saying that. I know you can't reveal. That's what your job is. Your secrets, and that's why I think you're good at what you do.
That's what I do.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you're going to be here, just try not to be so full of shit all the time. Just be a little.
Just trying to be lighthearted, man.
Can you find information across the entire continent? And from other spanning continents? Or is your information only derived to what you can find out in Atlas?
Information flies wherever birdies fly.
So do your birdies fly to other continents and across this continent?
My birdies fly everywhere.
That could be extremely useful.
I agree.
I say that in Draconic.
I've given you all I can.
It happens, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
People get hired, people don't get hired.
Yeah.
Not everyone get hired, but
Well, like I said, I'm conflicted about you. I believe that you're resourceful and that you would be a good asset. However, I don't trust you.
no
I
problem.
don't agree that you have a sense of loyalty. Are you willing to stay at the house in the slums
Yes.
for a time?
Do I get food?
We will provide food.
Ale?
Sure.
Got pretty decent shelter, so I guess I'll stay. Yeah. Can I make it my own?
So be it.
Only on the inside, not the outside.
Yeah. Like you want to keep up the whole slump thing. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Like Radio Shack, got it.
Well, it's there for, somebody like yourself to find us information that we can come to later on.
Sure.
So.
Lean over to Baltimore, and I just kind of whisper to you. Seems pretty confident that he could kill all of us. I mean, if there's a way you can scare him a little bit, this might be the time to tap into that. Really give him a fair one.
I don't think it is.
I'd lean over once more. Maybe perhaps the chains.
Definitely not. No. Okay. Well, I'll take one of the backpacks that I guess I'll grab my backpack, the one that I gave Rahun initially.
Yeah.
Um,
it's got inside that backpack will be all the furs.
Cool. I dump all that out, and I'll throw a couple, like a bottle or two of ale in there, and I'll fill the rest of it up with food. And I'll hand it to him.
Thanks.
I go out with the ladies to the garden and I show them around, and I'm gonna cast plant growth on the garden.
Okay.
In that area. And I'm talking to them about the garden, and then I come back inside.
Sure.
So.
See you at the house.
As he goes out, I'll go out the front door with him. If he doesn't turn invisible,
you were about
I'm
to say
like,
something.
crash, real quick.
Well, I was thinking about how
I
you
pull
get
out
that
10
in touch
gold.
with him, but I feel like he's not going to know to find him.
Consider this your first job at the slums. Find me information about Finn and Gloria. I hand him 10 gold.
They're pretty pricey. What do you want to know? And he's like, let me walk with me a little.
Of course. I'll walk with
Is he
him.
talking about
Yeah.
You're talking-
Outside. All right. Well,
I walk back in and I'm like, so when are we gonna, what with this dragon thing? What are we doing with this? Are we gonna get there? We going tomorrow?
yeah. Tomorrow, me and Navarth are gonna go back in and just hire the rest of the guard.
So we're gonna spend a whole nother day hiring guards?
Speaking of which,
We can talk.
You get 3 questions.
Three questions. 200 questions.
You don't know who you're asking about.
We can't just have 2 people.
You've already given me
But-
one answer then.
We can go to the bear or
You know our information.
the
You know our knowledge. You know the,
Hire
the
group that we're not
relationship
recruiting.
between Finn and Baltimore. Let me rephrase this then. I want you to keep tabs on if he ever decides to betray us. How much just for a simple warning?
Well, to keep tabs. That's an ongoing price.
Just more of a last minute warning if something does happen to us. You don't have to give me information. You don't have to use that information to anything. Just bottom line, they're going to betray us. You let me know. And only me. And I now pull out 80 gold.
Give me 100.
Give you 85.
Give me 100 and you get your warning. To you and only you.
Stare him down for a minute.
He's like bold-faced serious.
Yeah. Very well. I hand him 100 gold. Just a one.
Warning.
By the way, I head back to the.
He disappears.
Cool. I go back into the house. Before Cass, you go fully asleep.
Mhm.
Oh, here's all the change, by the way, of the shopping. It's
Oh,
about
thank
100, about 160 gold left.
did you find everything we needed?
Just about. I couldn't, unfortunately, get any play mail for Baltimore. I got supplies though, so I can
I
start
will-
working on.
Put in the clothes
Okay.
or the
First.
Perfect.
the
Cool.
furs in the closet. Like
So
by
just
the
add
door.
160 back to
Just
you.
a
160.
Yeah, that's how much I have left.
Sure.
I guess we can talk more about this tomorrow, Baltimore. But I feel that perhaps with the skill set of Navarth and Bryce, perhaps we don't need 8 guards.
This is quite a large estate.
It's a large estate, and I would feel better for your interest of having more people involved. But I mean, one
Or
thing.
should arrive.
One thing that I was thinking of was that if Navarth and myself, which I've already talked to her that she was going to go with me tomorrow in the morning, is that if we go, it's possible that we could check out where the city guard is, because not all of them make it in, and maybe hire some of them at a much lower rate.
Like people who are trying to get in the city guard but
Yeah.
aren't hired.
Exactly,
I've
because they all
Seems like
don't
a
make
good
it.
place to look.
Yeah.
I've passed the word while I was there to some of the townsfolk to pass the word as well that we are still looking for guards. So
Oh,
hopefully some will come on their own.
I mean, right now, between Bryce and Navarth, we're looking at 35 gold a day total for just them. And I'm really trying the best that I can to keep it no more than at least trying to hit the maximum at about 100 gold a day.
Yeah, these were just taverns and inns. These weren't
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
fancy places. So I'm assuming these will be common
I mean,
folk who will come.
If Navarth seems very capable, and so does Bryce. So if at least one of them are on duty at any point, I feel confident enough that the two of them can at least train the other people
Correct.
in the respects that are needed to defend this place. But just having the two of them, I don't feel
No, that's
that it
why
would be in your best interest.
Yeah, correct. I
Yeah.
agree. During the day, there's as many monsters as there are at night.
And I mean, if I could course some, reject recruits into, I don't know, we'll say 10 gold a day, then we're looking at 95 gold a day, potentially, for them.
I think what we should do, though, is we should designate Navarth as the combat trainer, and then Bryce should probably be... Because we could get all guards who fight, but it might not be bad to have a guard or two who also knows how to heal like Bryce does. Just because, again, only having one guard, Bryce, who can possibly do some healing, opposed to having maybe 2 or 3 who can heal the other guards as well,
Possibly.
might not be a bad thing.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
So maybe leave Navarth to finding our combaters and Bryce to our healers.
Well, I mean, I've put Navarth in charge because she seems like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And I think that between the 2 chapels that we currently have, that it wouldn't be difficult to say to kind of persuade these new recruits into following some deity to learn some different path. Whether that be a cleric as myself or a paladin as far as Atreya or whatever. I mean, Atreya is staying here too, so it wouldn't be difficult for her to teach people the means
I'm just
of
more
Belarus.
thinking, like, for the spellcasters, it might be better that we have some people who know a little bit already than trying to train them from scratch,
I'd rather try to train them from scratch because they're cheaper.
but more prone to failure.
Practice makes perfection.
I'm saying with the time, they wouldn't be... They wouldn't do the thing that we would be needing them to do in the time that it's needed. It would take a while for them to train and actually be able to heal. They might be able to do some regular medical stuff, but I'm talking actual healers.
I mean, either way, this is something that we can deliberate about in the morning.
Yeah.
And I can talk to Navarth about it as well on our travel into the city.
Yeah, I just figured Bryce had more knowledge, and
But
you
we don't
have
even know
more
if
knowledge.
we don't even know definitively if Bryce is going to be here. Like, I'm more intrigued into hiring him.
You're
But
just giving Navarre the respect of like
Exactly.
how to-
I don't want to give her a position and then completely take that away from her. She has a say in this as well.
No, I'm just saying for the hiring process.
Yeah.
She'd be better with the combat experts. He'd be better with the healing experts. That's all.
Well,
I can have the girls help heal. I mean, general stuff. Unless you're
shut
trying
up.
to do surgeries. Well,
No, I'm saying like
No offense,
magical healing, like Baltimore does. I'm talking like in the heat of battle. If we're not here, Bryce can't be taking the whole time to run around and heal people.
no, sure, of course.
We need one of those other guards to be able to heal too,
But
on
you-
top of
Been
Bryce.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
what it
As long
is.
as they're willing to accept
Oh,
the pay
cool.
that we're
Been
willing
cool.
to offer, the most they know how to do.
It's
the
heal.
better.
It's lab
Yeah,
coaching.
it's just
But in terms of
No.
general prevention and
You're right. That's a harder skill to teach than.
healing,
and it takes a
Fine.
while. It takes a while to master.
certain medicinal things.
15.
Yes, and those can only do certain things.
As you're talking
But to
about
have somebody
Bryce
who can close a
thinking
whole
about him as
wound
well.
Yeah.
in the matter of seconds
You
because of a
remember
spell is
that
way more.
Bahamut is one of the enemies of
Because
the
that's how we'll keep our guards up.
Yes. But again,
But
prevention
that
of
God, you know
infection.
for a fact, is lawful.
It's
good.
great. Yo, yeah,
very,
yeah,
very important.
yeah.
And it wouldn't hurt to have a few nurses around.
Yes. Okay.
So I think the girls, would you be interested in learning more about certain healing and medicinal skills?
Yes.
Atreya could
Yeah.
also,
Very good.
Once she gets
We love
better,
healing.
Atreya could also help to teach about
Healing.
healing.
I just
Right?
don't think you guys are comprehending the magnitude of healing that I'm trying to
Yes,
say.
within the heat of battle, the magical properties, yes, all of that good stuff.
Well, you're right. I wouldn't know a thing about that.
All I'm saying is,
Not
in the
my
heat of
expertise.
battle, grounding up some herbs and putting it into a cut to hope that it won't be infected is not going to keep
I mean,
No,
doing
but-
the
person
terms
up
and what?
and
But-
fighting.
But in the day to day,
No, yes, you're right. That's what.
yes,
But that's why I said these specific healers would just help Bryce
correct.
when we're in the heat of battle,
Oh, yeah.
and then they will also help with just regular medicinal checkups
Sure
and
what?
making sure everybody on the
Legal.
compound is just in good health.
Yes.
Yes, Lacey and Tracy can do all of that. That's no
Absolutely.
problem. I think we should
Yellow.
hire specific
Are you doing it to
clerics or other paladins.
Like
Sure,
at the
as
very
long
end.
as we're within the means of our finances.
Yes, of course, but I'm just letting you know. That's what I think we should do.
We're
Other than
speaking the
that,
same
I'm
language.
going to go to my forge and start working on some plate mail for Baltimore.
As you do that, you guys all begin to hear some magical chants start coming from the basement.
I take off running.
Like you hear the
Like our teleporter?
Yeah.
Cool. I start walking down to where the teleporter would be, I guess.
You walk, I run, shield, and oh wait, I don't have anything. I just run.
I have all my blacksmithing stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, God, I want to get started on this. Put
Ladies,
it down.
I think it's good
I mean,
that
who
you
else
resume
is
to the
like-
room for the evening. We have some.
They're like,
I
we
don't
want to
know.
go to the basement,
No,
please.
no. We
Be here
have
at
no.
midnight.
These are very important
Lacey,
matters.
Tracy?
This is
Not anybody can speak.
this is part of our contract. We agreed that no one's allowed down there. Except
I
for
grab Emerald out of here. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, I
Lacey,
was
Tracy.
I was already going.
Lacey, Tracy, take these to my forge.
What are you doing?
I'm letting them run down to the
What are you doing?
I'm not necessarily following them.
So we all run. You're like, ugh. You just start
I walk.
sulking. Then
So do you go down or no?
Sure.
I walk with her and I kind of like drag her along.
Alright, so
I'm like,
you guys
come on,
all
Cass.
come down. You
Yeah,
guys
like,
are
Cass,
all,
this
you
is
guys
your
are all
thing.
on the stairway coming down as the teleportation circle is indeed activated. As you see in a breath of just almost like mist, red mist. You see as now you see what seems to be a humanoid figure. However, it has horns coming out. You see robed figure all the way down with an orb in one hand, as he's now looking at each and every single one of you, assessing the situation. But you have a tiefling in your basement.
Cool.
Is this
And
one of
that's
yours?
where we'll,
That's where we'll end tonight. So, with that, we'll go ahead and end
Been
tonight's
Gloria,
session.
huh?
We appreciate you guys. Like our Facebook page, on Twitter, all that good stuff. I know that some stuff's been kind of in and out with what's going on with technology, but next week hopefully it'll all be better. I'm gonna get this thing up and running so that way this can be better for next week. So. With that, next week we will have a surprise for you guys, so make sure that you guys stay tuned into the beginning. I know the VODs are not up yet, and that's my fault. I just haven't been getting them up there, but excuse me, they will be getting up in the next couple days or so. I'm hopefully I can get it up tomorrow, but if not, they will be definitely up the next couple days. And we will be seeing you next week here on Epic Interaction. You guys keep it epic.